So I had the Huawei P40 for almost 2 years now, and during this time this device has given me mixed feelings. On one side the P40 is a small-sized smartphone packed with features. On the other side it misses many things we consider as necessary. In this video I'm going to give you my honest opinion if you should buy the Huawei P40 in 2022. The Huawei P40 has a premium build quality made of glass and aluminum. It is a compact device for 2022 standards, and it feels amazing in the hand. The back is made of a matte glass, while the frame is made of a glossy aluminum. This finish still remains one of my favorites, even though it doesn't hide fingerprints that much. I do also love the flat front of this phone, and this is one of the biggest reasons why I got this phone over its bigger brother, the P40 Pro. There are some scratches present, but this is a used device, and overall I would say it is a very durable one. It is worth mentioning that this phone is only splash resistant, so don't take it swimming. The P40 has a 6.1-inch OLED display with a 1080p resolution. Honestly speaking, the display of the P40 isn't really that good. First of all, the colors are very flat. Even in vibrant mode, it is nowhere near as vibrant as Samsung phones, for example. Another gripe I have about the display is the enormous camera cutout. When using this phone in portrait mode, it doesn't get that much in the way, and maybe you can get used to it. The real struggle is when watching videos, since the software ignores the entire top half of the phone where the cameras are located. It pushes the videos on one side entirely, which is just a pain for my eyes. My biggest gripe about this display, however, is the lack of a 120Hz refresh rate. If you never owned a 120Hz phone, then this device will feel very snappy, but for me this missing feature is just a deal breaker. The Huawei P40 is powered by the Kirin 990 chipset, and performance is actually great. This phone can easily handle day-to-day tasks, and even heavy games aren't a problem either. It has 8GB of RAM, and RAM management is actually very impressive. The base storage is 128GB, and it is more than enough for most of the people. If you want to add more storage, you have to buy Huawei's Nano memory, as regular SD cards won't fit in the slot. The worst part about this device, however, is the software. The P40 doesn't officially support Google Apps. You can always find ways to install them, but they might have a lot of crashes. You can, however, watch YouTube, open Gmail or Google Apps in the browser. The problem with this device, however, isn't just the lack of Google Apps. Ads have also been very annoying to me. If you are in the lock screen and you try to swipe down, it won't display the quick toggles. You have to swipe up to show some of them. And if you want to go back with a swipe from the side, it will just show you wallpapers instead. My unit is still at Android 10, and this is just annoying. The Huawei P40 has a 50-megapixel main camera, a 16-megapixel ultra-wide, and an 8-megapixel telephoto camera. Pictures taken with the main camera are great. They are sharp even though not as vibrant. The dynamic range with the main camera is also on point in most of the cases. The ultra-wide camera isn't as sharp as the main camera, but the results are still acceptable. The telephoto camera, however, isn't as good, and this is to be expected since this is an older sensor. All of the cameras support night mode, even though it is difficult to activate the telephoto sensor in low light. The main camera produces great pictures even in low light, while the ultra-wide isn't really that good. On the front it has a 32-megapixel sensor, and the quality of the selfies is great. Pictures are very sharp and detailed, even though my skin color isn't always as accurate. The front camera doesn't support night mode. Even though it is listed as an option, it just takes a regular picture. The P40 can shoot videos up to 4K at 60 frames per second. Even though video has been improved a lot compared to previous generations, it still is behind compared to iPhones or Samsungs that were released at the same time. I would like to show you some of the samples I've taken with the Huawei P40. Another weak point of the P40 is the audio quality. Sadly, this phone has only a mono speaker, and even though the speaker is loud, it can't be compared to phones that have stereo speakers. To make things worse, the headphone jack is also missing here, while its predecessor, the P30, had this feature. Huawei phones have always been reliable when it came to battery life, and the P40 is no different. It has a 3800 mAh battery, and even though on paper it doesn't seem that good, this phone has amazing battery life. It can easily get you through a day even if you are a heavy user. Charging speeds, however, aren't that great. It can only be charged at 22 watts. It does also miss wireless charging. The main security feature of the P40 is the in-display fingerprint scanner, which is very fast and reliable. It does also support face unlock, which is also incredibly fast and very secure, since it scans my face in 3D. Of course, if you don't want to use them, you have always an option for a PIN or a password. So is the Huawei P40 worth in 2022? Honestly, I would say no, and this breaks my heart since this is a very good phone. The cheapest I was able to find it was at $340. For this price, you have a lot of amazing phones like the S20 FE, for example. To be clear, if it had a better software and Google Apps, then $350 would have been a fair price for it. In my opinion, this device is only worth it at $250. I am very sad for them since Huawei has always been one of my favorite smartphone companies. If you own this device, I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.